It's amazing how a simple thing like print bed orientation can greatly affect the strength of your parts. I'll elaborate more right after this. I've been thinking about designing and creating some parts for my camera, in particular a Arca Swiss L bracket, which is what this is here, to mount to the camera. Now, I bought this Arca Swiss bracket on eBay for about $12, and it's a great buy at that price at $12. It's aluminium, well made, very strong. But the problem I have is that when I try and open the battery door, it catches on the bracket. The door can't open. So I thought I'd design my own L bracket and 3D print it. Now, I did some tests with designing just a little piece like this, which replicates an Arca Swiss bracket that I have. An Arca Swiss is just basically the type of mechanism for mounting a bracket like this to a tripod head. And as you can see there, the bracket just mounts in and is clamped by the tripod head and your camera's locked in. Now, this initial test proved to be a little bit unsuccessful in that there was too much flex and too much give when I did the bracket up. And what happened was that even though you can't see it, it does bow slightly when I clamp it up. And that slight bow was enough for the bracket to actually come loose off the bottom of the camera. It just worked its way loose. So that was a bit of a fail. I did try a couple of other options before settling on this bracket here. Now, the topic of this video is basically printing your models in an orientation for maximum strength. Now, if I printed it this way, the extruder would lay down the paths of the filament and give me layers which run across this section here and work their way up. But if I print it this way, well, then my layers will be in this orientation. Now, why would I want to print this way versus this way? Well, if I print this way, if you look at the bottom of the camera, it mounts, the L plate mounts to the L bracket, mounts to the bottom of the camera in one position. So it's got its strength, the most strength at the bottom of the camera. Now, when I put it into the tripod mount, it's going to have a lot of strength in that orientation. But if I turn this way, if I don't have the strength in the corner here, it's quite easy that I could snap that bracket off. So the lesson I learnt on this particular occasion was that printing in this orientation would leave me a weak spot right through here where the layer join is. And if it wasn't a perfectly bonded layer, then any pressure could snap this off right at this point. But if I print it in this orientation, lying flat on the bed like this, well, my strength is going to be laid down like this. There'll be filament, one row of filament laid down one after the other, just over that corner like so. And so then I'd have all my strength in this direction, which has turned out to be the case. The other consideration I had to think about was, now that the layers are going across this way, am I going to get the bracket pinching off these layers as I do it up? And I've found it to be quite okay, because what happens is the clamp actually closes up and pushes them together, and it's very strong. I have no problems putting my camera on that whatsoever. Things to consider when making something like this is that I've printed this in PLA. PLA is not going to last in the sun. If it's a hot sunny day, this is going to go soft. so it's not really suitable for using outdoors. But what I would like to do is perfect the design in PLA, and then down the track look at getting a printer that will handle carbon fibre reinforced filaments, where I could then print this into a bracket that would be fine for the sun. The other thing you'll see that I've done there is I've used an aerospace design for reducing weight whilst retaining strength. And I did learn that from a YouTube channel called Titans of CNC. Titan Gilroy was the creator of those videos, and they're actually it's actually a fantastic series if you want to have a look at Titan's videos. But that's what I saw he was using, this style of design that would give you lightweight but maximum strength. And the other thing I did was I printed this part solid, so it's got 100% infill, and the strength is, I'm very happy with the strength. It's super solid. It's amazing how much difference it makes printing with 100% infill. I have none of the issues with this bracket where it was flexing and warping. This is rock solid, so I'm very happy with that. I did use it on a recent trip shooting, and I ended up having to go back to this bracket because I made a bit of a design error when I designed this, in that I made this part here too thick where the camera strap loop attaches. It really needs to be a thin little piece for the loop to go around, and this was just too thick. I couldn't get it around or attached to. So I'll have to redesign this to accommodate that. I printed this without any support, just in that orientation, and by having those angled pieces in here was enough for the filament layers to just lay up without needing support. And even you can see under here, this opening here had no support either. It just bridged. I've made some modifications to my Cocoon Create printer to allow me to do prints with better bridging. And it's basically a change to the fan shroud. But that's for a video that's coming up. I'll cover that. What else was there I wanted to talk about? That's about it, basically, just to show you the importance of print orientation and thinking about print orientation when designing your parts for printing and for maximum strength. It makes such a difference. If I'd printed it in this way, I'd introduce a weak point across here, which would make it basically unusable. I wouldn't trust my camera on it. But by printing it this way, I've introduced strength by having continuous layers of filament on that corner, and made it so it's completely usable. All right, well, that's it for this video. I thought I'd share that because you might find it useful for designing your own parts. And it's just a simple thing that really does make a big difference to the final outcome of the part. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.